Someone asked the other day, banks have started dropping their interest rates recently. BNZ dropped their one-year rate to 4.49%. Do you think that's going to go much lower?
The market has certainly picked up. Good thing or bad thing, we can have a discussion about that. But they don't do it for long term. We've been having conversation about this all the time. Like, they don't do it for long term. They haven't got the long term perspective. Or long term lens. All they are interested in is what is in it for them next election.
Welcome back to another episode of Real Talk. We're back after a little while with another episode. My name is George Simpson, People and Operations Lead here at Najib Real Estate, and I'm joined once again for a Q&A by Nathan Najib. So we're back again in today's Q&A. We're going to be covering recent market updates from the past little while, what things have been doing, heading into the spring months. Nathan's take on the upcoming OCR decision that's happening very soon, and we'll finish with some questions from our subscribers and from across the internet. A quick shout out to those of you who have discovered us from our appearance, or Nathan's appearance, on Luke's Keep the Change podcast. Welcome to our channel. We try and keep things real, and we put out these videos often as we can to provide advice and help people out there. So in case you haven't watched Luke's podcast, please do check that out on his Keep the Change channel, and do check out some of our other videos as well. So let's get into it, Nathan. Just a quick pulse check. How has the market felt over the last little while, past few months, heading into spring?
The real estate market has been interestingly busy. Prices has, once again, we've seen an increase in price, a lot of off-market sales. As you know, our subscribers or viewers know, that I am on the ground selling, listing real estate every day. So from what I see, the market has certainly picked up. Good thing or bad thing, we can have a discussion about that in today's episode.
Sure. And you've been selling quite a lot of houses out in the West Melton area recently, as you do. So what's the trick with that? And does that give sellers positive hope moving forward and currently?
Yeah, there's no trick with it. But the market is in West Melton is certainly busy. In particular, the thing with West Melton is because that's an area that I specialize in. I've got buyers for houses before they actually hit the market. And you do get the best prices when you sell off market before a property goes actually to the market. So talking to a specialist in the area, it really helps if you're thinking about selling your property in a particular area and you got a specialist in the area. So the reason we're selling properties for great prices are because the buyers are usually they moving down here from Queenstown, for example. We sold one for 1.8 million. We thought that was an absolutely insane price. It would have been probably the peak prices.
Yeah.
And we sold another one for somebody else that's moving down here from up north. Yep. And we got a brilliant price for that as well. Price like was being achieved in the peak, and that is not a good thing, I'm telling you.
So should sellers feel positive that could be the case for them in general in Christchurch at the moment?
The market is with the drop of interest rate and OCR, the market does get busy once again. Yeah. And it's busier than what is healthy, in my opinion, once again.
Right.
But it's a different conversation.
Right. Yeah. Sure. And the OCR update is happening on the 8th of October, so a week from now. What's your take on that? Someone asked the other day, banks have started dropping their interest rates recently. BNZ dropped their one-year rate to 4.49%. Do you think that's going to go much lower?
Yeah. What I think should happen and what the government usually do is two different things. In majority of cases, in particular now, because what they're doing is obviously to get votes, right? Whatever they're doing is to make sure they tick the box of people voting for them, which is not in the interest of the New Zealand citizens. So what will happen with interest rate, what they're probably going to drop the OCR and interest rate once again.
Yeah.
I would like it to stay where it's at because the market has already taken off. And plus, they're always 6 months too early, 6 months to 12 months too late.
Yeah.
So they're probably going to be late once again.
Yeah.
Once the market takes off again, they panic again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you think what will happen when the OCR rate does drop, as you predict it will, the market will get too busy?
It usually does,
Yeah.
though, George. And it doesn't need to be that busy.
Yeah.
And when you drop the OCR rate the way they've been doing it, it is not healthy. It's not good.
Sure. Sure.
Long term anyway, short term, but they don't do it for long term. We've been having conversation about this all the time. Like they don't do it for long term. They haven't got the long term perspective. Or long term lens. All they are interested in is what is in it for them next election. So how are they going to get re-elected?
So in terms of subscriber questions and comments and questions from the internet, the first question that we have is it better to list now before Christmas or wait until the new year?
I feel like what happens is with everybody goes to the market in spring. Like, my recommendation for my clients are like just go to the market earlier than later, like before September, like mid-August to early September.
Yep.
That's a good time because now everybody else is coming to the market as well. So you either go to the markets now or wait till after January next year, probably like mid to late January next year. Yeah, because I don't think the market, if anything, the market will probably, the way these guys are doing things, the market's probably going to get slightly busier once again. As per our going back to our predictions, if you go back, we did say that early next year would be the time with we probably going to see growth coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. And a question from Gordon. Thank you, Gordon. Hey, Najib, great podcast with Luke. How do you see the 5 key indicators playing out in Australia at the moment? The media and agents are talking it up to be expected, but I sense a bit of hesitancy in the market. At the same time, we have interest rates coming down and migration going flat out. Any thoughts?
Yeah, I've got my thoughts on Australian government, which I can talk about all day, and I don't see them like a positive government. However, when the market, I'm not across the real estate market in Australia too much anyways, but if you look at the variables, if the interest rate is coming down and the interest is increasing, that will tell you that the market will start ticking. It's going to get busier. So one of our videos that we put up, Gordon says or talk about in detail about the 5 variables. If you can put a link up there for Gordon to watch, that would be very helpful, I suggest.
Very good. We'll get that out there. And thank you for your question. Gordon, curious for your thoughts, Nathan, on this YouTube comment from Self-Help Minimalist. To be honest, the housing stock in New Zealand is complete trash. Less than 500k is BS. No wonder young people are leaving New Zealand or choosing to rent forever. What are your thoughts?
I have talked about the household income versus the house prices. So yeah, I agree with you. That needs to come back. The price needs to come back so it's affordable for our kids and the grandkids, because it is getting out of kilter, and I worry where we headed. If our kids can't afford to buy houses, then we're headed in the wrong direction, aren't we?
Yeah, sure.
Unfortunate.
And another question that we came across on a popular Facebook group, take a little bit of a different spin on things. Is there a list of questions that we should ask the agent at open homes?
A good agent should have all the information there for you to have a look at. You probably want to just take the information with you home. Don't make a quick decision. Take it home, study it, and then come up with questions at your own time. Would be what, like, what the owners want for the property. Do your research, what it's worth. See if there's any defects with the house. Make sure you put a builder's report in if you were to make an offer on it. Those are just standard questions, as well as, like I said, take your time. Don't rush into making big decisions like buying a house. Yeah,
absolutely. And please do check out our buyers segment that I do on this channel, where I provide advice to buyers when looking to purchase property. And a question in general asking about house prices. We're in the process of building, so wanted some insight as to what will be happening to our asset over the next few years. What's going to happen, do you think?
Few years, I'm assuming they will hold on to the property next 5 to 10 years. Long time, you would do okay. And then with the interest rates coming back, George, you should be able to afford with the lower interest rate, like as because when the interest rate is lower, being lowered, the affordability gets better, right? Or should get better.
Yeah.
And if you're building a house, hopefully once you finish with the build, your house be worth slightly more, so you have a build a bit of equity.
Yeah.
And long term, usually, and that's what's happened if you go back to forever, the real estate prices increase. So long term, in a few years, you'll be okay. Hopefully, you gain a bit of capital, and then fingers crossed, you'll be able to invest in buying investment property. That's my wish and my suggestion to you.
Fantastic. Well, that's all the questions for today. So thank you very much, Nathan, for your answers, always telling the truth and saying things how they are. So thank you very, very much for watching this episode. We could not do it without your support. So please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and leave a comment. We'll get back to you in one of these videos as we do if you have any questions. Otherwise, reach out. We're more than happy to help, and we're available on Instagram, or just give us a call. Always more than happy to help. So thank you very, very much for watching. This has been Real Talk.